Heyo, what up,
Heyo.
fam? Uh, who's doing the? I guess I'll do it. Welcome back to Weave the Tale. We are proud to have you all back here for Into the Stormlands, our Pathfinder technician campaign with an all POC cast. I'm Penny for a Tale, Mitch. If I know I look a little bit different, it's the lighting. Much more importantly than me, though, we've got a couple lovely people here who are going to introduce themselves and what they do on the internet, so we can go ahead and have a great game. I'm glad to see you all here. Hope you're all having a wonderful afternoon or evening, depending on time zone. And we'll kick it off starting with the ever incomparable Janie Potts. Say hi, baby. How you doing?
Hi, I
From
was
my iPad.
sorry.
Aww.
I was going to say I was Foxy, but I can't do that.
I mean, you can. I'm Mitch, so why you can be me? Why not?
I'm Foxy. I do everything online, and I'm the best at it,
Oh,
and I'm the most handsome at to boot. So just follow me on Neon Lights Roleplay.
don't you start flattering me, you jerk. That's Janie Potts 7575 on Twitch and Twitter, and start following her on Twitch right now because we're getting her affiliate by the end of August. You've been warned, so figure that out right now. Moving on right across your screens, right, moving up across the middle and over to the top right corner there with the ever recognizable Leona Maple herself. How you doing, babe?
Sup? I'm Charles. You can find me on Twitch and Twitter at Ranith. Ranith_wild, I believe, is how.
No underscore, but yeah.
Well, you know, whatever.
Amazing.
I thought it sounded cool. All right, so I took some
Yeah.
creative liberty.
Amazing.
In all seriousness, hello, my name is Leona. You can find me on Twitter at the Leona People. I am playing our little flower child legend Dahlia. And this is a fabulous chaos crew. We are missing Mitch today. We love him very very much, and we miss him very very much. And we know he will be back very soon.
Indeed. And
To introduce Leona, aka Randith.
yeah, last but anything but least, please bring it over to our incredible GM over there in the middle of your screens. How you doing, Charles?
Hey, I'm at the Leona Maple. uh,
It's a great
uh,
bit. It's a good bit.
yeah, good bit indeed. No, I'm Charles Raneth. You can find me at Raneth Wild on Twitch. Um, and at Charlios on Twitter. I stream video games. I like video games. They're fun. I'd love to stream more tabletop role playing games. So if there's a game you want to play, I know there are games I want to run. So hit me up. All right.
Yeah. And I guess since I'm here too, also, folks, I'm Young Foxy, aka Big Foxy, also known as your favorite Fox Philly's finest. I'm on the internet at Foxy Eternal, FOXXI. Eternal spelled the way it normally is, and I'm playing Taiya, our ever broody and naughty spider person rogue. I'm like if Spider-Man and Batman were one person, but also a lot softer. It's pretty great. Um, that said, you know what? We got a game to run. Real quick disclaimer for those y'all in the chat. I'm running tech right now over in the lovely land of Philadelphia, and we're getting rained on real crazy. So if at some point stream randomly cuts out, it means my power did too. So thanks for rocking us while you are. That said, disclaimers are aside. We have a game to play and some stories to tell. So Charles, take it away, my love.
All right. Last we left off, we were in the city of Stonehelm, the home of the tribe of Stone and the quote unquote capital uh, of the Stormlands, where our party resolved to head to the Serpent's Cradle to confront the Serpent Tribe leaders about the ritual they did that is going to endanger the whole of the Stormlands by turning everything into green slimy goop. Uh, but since we're down a person and we want to learn more about our characters, today we're going to do a bit something different and have a bit of a slice of life episode. So, you guys remember Tales of Bod Sing Say? Well, today we're having Tales of Stonehelm.
Hey! I love it.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't
Oh,
didn't we say, didn't we say it was raining too bad outside, so we can't travel?
yes. Stonehelm is
The storm got raining on you, Foxy.
Yeah, it feels a little bit personal, but it's all good.
Now the tribe of Stone is all about weathering the storm. So it's raining in Stonehelm too. Um, and they're prepared for it. Like they don't have a lot of built buildings. A lot of their dwellings are built into the mountain, with the exception of like the temples, um, and some of the more like official buildings. Uh, but a lot of Stone tribe folk are just out and about in the rain. But I'm curious to see while you guys have this downtime, uh, what are you guys what are you guys getting up to in this city, the home of the the Storm Lord, the closest thing that you're going to have to royalty in the Stormlands, as well as the main temple of all of the tribes.
Hmm.
I'm seeing Viola with the me, please.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
you said royalty. That's Viola.
Not wrong. It's totally,
I mean, she,
totally correct statement.
she
Mhm.
was going to like beg Taiya to weave an umbrella for her, but
Mhm.
she's royalty. So
Well, funny that you mentioned umbrellas. If you're looking for Dahlia, she can be found outside in the rain. Um, she so the way leshies work, interestingly enough, is they require sunlight to live. Technically, if Dahlia goes for like a week without sunlight, like she would die. Except she's a root leshy, so she can go 2 weeks without sunlight. So it's like if the storm were to last, she's not gonna be in too much danger. Uh, I too require sunlight to live. Yeah, me three. Um, me three. But the nice part about rain is that it's a nice time for Dahlia to also soak up some hydration. You know, so she's kind of feeling like she wants to go out and about into the rain and enjoy the weather, see how it is, all that jazz. Um, so that is where Dahlia can be found is standing outside, literally in the rain. She's
All
like,
right.
you know that rain, like that first rain, like after like a heat spell, and you get that smell of petrichor in the air. I feel like it's. I know this is the Stormland, so like it rains a lot, but like I want it to be that smell. Like it's been really warm, and now there's been a big rain. Also, it's hot here, so like maybe this is a little bit of like a self insert because I want to be in the rain right now, low key. But it's that beautiful rain that comes after like a day of heat or whatever, and Dahlia is just standing in the rain, arms outstretched, like her face is like getting wet, and like yeah, it's she's just like breathing in this beautiful smell. I feel like the way I've always envisioned Dahlia is that her head is like a massive flower. And I feel like the flower petals have kind of like bloomed a little bit to like also accept a little bit of the rain. So it's like she's having a good fucking time out there.
All right. Well, as you're standing there, uh, a woman comes up to you. She is very lithe. She's very muscular. She's got purple and black clothing on, including like a hood that comes up to cover her face. Um, but her face, like her hood comes up to cover her head, but her face is actually very visible, and it looks like she's got like violet and white and black and silver paint, war paint on her face. And she comes up and she sees you and stops. And then she pulls out a canvas in the rain and a variety of like liquids, paints, and she starts to paint a portrait of you.
I guess it's gonna be
Oh.
a watercolor.
What?
I will smile at her. I'll say, hi. My name is Dahlia. I don't mind staying still. Like I can say like this. I can be your muse. What's your name?
I'm Lizara.
Lazara. Well, it's nice to meet
Yes.
you. Where are you from?
Uh, I, I travel. There's no place I can call home.
Are you a member of the Hummingbird tribe? We traveled a lot too.
No, but our tribes are close. I am from the Orchid tribe.
Orchid tribe. Oh, it's lovely to
Yes.
meet you.
Yes.
Does her war paint look anything like the markings on Taiya's face? Because like I know Taiya has like purple markings on his face too.
No.
Okay, just checking, just curious. Okay. I'm also pulling up the information about the Orchid Tribe to refresh my memory because it's been a hot minute. But for the audience, why don't you tell us a little bit about the Orchid Tribe? Because I think this is the first time we've encountered them.
Absolutely. So the Orchid tribe has a history of the sort of tragedy when the catastrophe that destroyed a great deal of the Stormlands happened. The Orchid tribe ancestral home, the Violet Grove, was destroyed. Um, and they spent all of their time since they're traveling in different ways than the hummingbird tribe. They'll travel to places and stay a bit longer, take root, if you will. But their role in the Stormlands is to remember the history of the Stormlands. They embody and embrace the physical memory of the Stormlands. When they create where the hummingbird create works of art that are ephemeral, like song and dance, and oratory speeches and things of that nature, the hummingbird um, are craftsmen, painters, writers, things like that, all with the distinct purpose to ensure that uh, the history of the Stormlands is not lost.
Cool. Very cool. I like that. Cool.
Mm.
Um, so okay, so Lazara is a traveler. And she's here doing a painting. Um, I think I will ask Lazara if she would like me to sing a song while she paints.
You can do as you will, and I will capture. I will capture what I can.
That's fair. You're an artist. I feel like Dahlia like kind of gets it. She's like, okay, cool. You don't need me to
Hmm.
supply you anything. You just want to capture whatever's going on.
Yeah.
I think she'll like just stay still, and I feel like she's like looking around to see if like anyone else is in the vicinity, like like Taiya or like Viola or anybody else, just to see if they're like willing to like come stand in the rain with her.
Hmm.
Taya's. It would take a bit for you to catch him, especially given the rain haze. But Taya's probably. You know what? It's raining. Why not brood all the way? He's probably up on some kind of awning or rooftop of some kind, like leaned over an edge, if not literally clung to an edge, and just kind of honestly probably just looking down at her.
Are you upside? Are you like upside down under an awning so that you can like stay dry while looking at her?
Oh, of course.
I think she finally spots you. She's like, "There you are. What are you doing?"
Staying dry.
That's no fun.
Not all of
Are
us.
you allergic to
Not
rain?
no, just not all of us eat water. So
Okay, I suppose that's true.
So Viola is watching you, but not going into the rain, not getting wet.
Yes, because Viola would need an umbrella to enter the
right,
rain.
that's fair. Give me a moment, actually. And in a way that definitely seems like a notable shift from the first time he transformed. Taya, pretty openly in front of the two of you, just shifts into his spider form and like kind of curls into himself with like his middle six legs just working at something for a while. And I'll use my ability to craft to craft items because I have web weaving. I'll use that to make an umbrella for Viola.
All
That's so
right.
cool.
And then I will sling down, still as a giant spider, because I forget to turn back sometimes, and just here.
Thank you.
Oh, that's so cute.
And
Once she has a rain cover, she will step outside. It's just really doesn't want to get wet.
unlike the plant girl who's just like, ah, yes, rain.
I think once he sees the rest of the group is indulging, he'll turn back to humanoid because I am not getting rain in my spider hairs. I'm just not dealing with
Oh
that.
no,
No,
that's okay.
absolutely not. And so, just grumpily slick my hair back and walk into the rain.
Hmm.
See, that's
Uh,
why getting wet. I don't want my hair to get wet, mess it up.
Do you walk near Leona?
Yeah, I'll walk near Dahlia. Why not?
Oh, yes, so as you get close to Dahlia, you see that the artist who is drawing you starts to draw you too.
Hmm? What?
Uh, she starts to draw you as you pass by.
This
Oh,
is my new friend Lazara. She's a traveler from the Orchid tribe.
a pleasure to meet you.
The pleasure is all mine. If you take a moment to look at Lazara, the way she is painting is the rain is not affecting the canvas or the paint.
Damn.
Um, she is her movements are swift. And she's taking like large portions of like the environment and painting them in swabs and almost and actually uh supernatural speeds. And for the speed she's doing, the detail is amazing.
So she's Bob
Um,
Ross.
yes,
Sorry, I couldn't help.
sure, yes.
This one.
I don't know. It just that I couldn't even control the filter. Like there was just no filter in that moment, and it escaped before I could even stop it.
It's
I'm
fine.
Mhm.
It's fine.
sorry. I'll behave.
Uh,
But
Liz,
yeah. Oh, I was
Liz,
just gonna say like Dahlia won't move, but like if someone else comments on the painting, she'll definitely like have things to say.
okay.
Viola will look and compliment the paint.
Mm.
Nice painting.
Thank you for your compliments. What are your talents, if you don't mind me asking?
My talent, just being a fab.
Hmm.
That's not true. Viola is also a very talented fighter. I don't think she wants to like outwardly say assassin because like that might be a little bit alarming. Like, she doesn't want to be like, yeah, Viola can fuck a bitch up. No, she does. She'll be like, yeah, Viola is a very talented fighter. She is skilled in the ways of charming and disarming.
You
Oh,
have to be to survive on the road.
how clever.
And
I
you're
agree.
a great painter, I see.
Oh yes. These arts have been passed down in my family for generations. While other members of my tribe deal in woodwork or writing history and stories down, this is the way I've strived to remember. The Bob Ross murder, apparently.
That's Viola. That's it.
Well, let me stand so you get a better angle of me.
Of course, do as you like. Are you all a war band?
We are. How did you know?
Mm, just a hunch.
How's this pose? And Viola's just going to keep making different poses to try to.
So, Lazaro responds by drawing you in all of the poses. Like, so she doesn't draw multiple copies of you. She just kind of draws like the image of you moving from pose to pose and one and like and a little spot. So there's like ephemeral violas just on the canvas moving back and forth striking different poses. um she says, "Oh, I just had a feeling. I heard story of a young war band who answered the call uh recently. Uh and I guessed correctly that it was you."
Well, I feel very special.
Hmm.
She goes back to being like this.
Mhm.
Surprising to know that our story spread so fast.
Well, we are tasked to remember. We cannot remember what we do not know.
I suppose that's fair.
Mhm.
Does the woman have a note? Does Lazara have a noticeable ancestry?
You can tell that um, that the coloration she's wearing is of the serpent tribe. I'm not serpent.
I mean,
Uh, orchid.
orchid. Oh, I meant like personal ancestry. Like, is she like human, orc, half elf, dark, halfling? I don't. What's there? Does she appear to
She's
have a noticeable?
she's an elf.
Okay, just wondering.
Yes, she's very very clearly elven. Um, a note. Elf is one of the initially in the Stormlands there were only elves. The children of the wood were initially just all elves.
Hmm.
Um, the when Storm came into the picture, the rule became that you can be a Stormlander if you swear your loyalty to your tribe and by extension through Storm. And that's where the Stormlands kind of became more than cosmopolitan. Um, it doesn't matter where you're from or what your ancestry is, so long as you share in that devotion to Storm. So, there's no way without asking of telling if she's one of the original children of the wood,
Hmm.
or if she's like a transplant or something, or the descendant of one of the original children. But that's kind of where we are.
Okay. Hmm.
The
Um,
gears are turning in Taya's brain, I can tell.
Just, I mean, I'm just thinking about how to operate on that. No, that's fine. That's fine knowledge. Um,
mhm,
yeah, I don't think Taya says anything immediately to her other than just like
mhm.
keeping a very casual eye on her, just like trying to take in any sense of like, is there any ulterior reason she's keeping an eye on the three of us?
Give me a society check.
Happily,
Yes.
I got a 17 on the die. My society's like a +6.
All right. So you do recognize that more is going on here than it seems. Um, but that's only because you're a member of the like you were born into the Jaguar tribe.
Hmm.
Um, the way she talks, the 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 way her war paint is organized, it's reminiscent of someone who spent some time among the Jaguar. It's very likely that she is someone who was born into the Jaguar and then became an Orchid.
Hmm.
So she has a natural kind of predilection for investigation and solving mysteries and things like that. So
Sure.
there's a good chance that your curiosity she wants to master.
Hmm. Well, interesting. Yeah, I think with that information, he just kind of keeps an eye on her and is fascinated by the idea of someone clearly born amongst the jaguar who clearly chose a different path and kind of just sort of thinking about what that could mean.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of paths and what they mean, um, I feel like uh, what has happened with Taya's vision? Has it's still kind of not all there, right? Or has it kind of recovered a little bit?
Oh, it hasn't recovered at all.
Figured.
Um, yeah. Ty is still very blind. Um, it's so you're kind of seeing the inverse of shadows. Less things that are you can see magic, but not because it's magic. It's because you're seeing the energy that the impressions that magic leave behind,
Hmm.
rather than seeing the magic itself. And people who are connected to you, like your warband, um, all can are a little bit brighter, but everything else is kind of like a it's a gray and so like the universe is black and everything else appears like in a gray or silver uh with a gray or silver silhouette. And the more connected to you they are, or the more magical they are, the brighter those silvers are. But everything else is just kind of dull. There's not really any color.
Hmm.
Hmm.
Well,
This orchid's painting is an exception.
there's magic in it then. Huh.
How it doesn't get wet and runny, like a watercolor painting.
That's an impressive skill to have. Where did you learn it?
And
As I said, this talent has been passed down through my family for generations.
I had no idea that magic can be used on paintings like that. Very cool.
Reality bends to the whim of the arcane.
So I'm going to say as Viola is trying to look at she's trying to see if there's a trick behind the painting. So she's like trying to look behind it.
Mm.
And I'm going to, because she's got the umbrella too, can I have her, she's always wearing a cloak, can I have it slip a little and show that she has wings?
Oh yeah.
Viola
like-
has wings.
Yeah, but the thing is she always wears red and the wings are like purple and magenta and pink. Yeah.
This is news.
We're learning
Realize
more about
like,
everybody.
she's looking to see where the trick is coming from. And holding.
So you examine the painting. You don't see so much. You're not able to see a trick or anything. This just looks like she's painting on a canvas, and people are starting to gather around you guys and watch as she does this.
I mean, if there's an audience gathering, I want to kind of entertain them. But first, we have a really important question. Viola, how long have you had wings?
For a while, they don't actually work. I want to try to cover them back. They don't go with my like red. They don't go with red.
Oh, you don't have to hide those, silly. Why are you hiding them?
They don't go with my clothes.
I believe this is where you say a thing to me about not hiding who you are.
I'm not hiding who I am. I'm hiding that they're not the right color.
I think they're pretty, and I think they go anyways.
I second that opinion.
But with red?
It's okay, Viola. They're yours. They're beautiful. Red and purple and magenta all go well together.
Besides, in our line of work, he kind of makes a really kind of... It's a smile, but because it's Taiya, it's kind of creepy. He just says, besides, in our line of work, red gets everywhere, doesn't it?
Point Taiya.
Look, he's not good at jokes, all right? It's the closest he gets.
I love how Viola, like, not Viola, sorry, but Dahlia is just kind of like sitting there thinking, like, you know, he does kind of have a point. Like, doesn't even blink or consider how strange of a
It's
statement
way
that
easier
is.
to wash blood out of clothing if the clothing is already red. I'm just saying.
That's true. It's true. It just doesn't quite go with my image. It's so, magenta and pink and purple.
I think you look heavenly.
Thank you.
Did you get wings anyways? How did that happen? Were you born with them?
Yeah, they don't fly or anything. They're just here.
That's cool, though. Yeah, I like that I got to learn something new about you today.
Indeed.
Thank you. I just have to make them look the best that I can.
Well,
So-
you do a very good job. And then I think Dahlia will take a minute to like entertain the crowd with like a rain song, like something celebrating the rain being present and things like that. Just just something for like everybody. But I don't know. I don't know if like when she finishes the song, if the crowd disperses, or if like this entire going on is too strange and everyone's just lingering.
Everyone's
Give
like,
me
all
a
right,
And
this is weird.
check.
can Viola help?
Yeah.
Give you a what? What check?
Performance check.
Okay,
Performance.
let's double check
Okay,
what my performance is.
I will stand near Tavara and watch this.
let me.
Or Lazara. What's her name?
Lazara.
Lasagna. Got it.
Okay, let me
Zara.
see what I get.
I should write down the things I name NPCs because I
Imagine
forget.
taking notes as the GM. Couldn't be me.
Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! I rolled a 2.
I need
Oh
help
no.
with math. What's
Uh,
18?
18 plus what?
7.
25.
pretty sure that's a pass in the help roll. So should you get advantage on that one, Leona? You should re-roll.
Then I can reroll.
Isn't that how
Yeah, you do
Pathfinder
that.
works? I don't know.
Let's
I
Well,
don't know,
try-
but we're gonna say that's how it works.
Sweet! Rules? Ha!
who needs them?
Yeah.
16.
Much better numbers.
So as you two start, um, some of the other people in the hummingbird tribe uh join in, and it becomes like a thing. It just becomes a little a little, I wouldn't say festival, but it becomes an event here, like in front of the temple, and you've got people like from all tribes coming out, and just like enjoying themselves and dancing, and singing, in the rain,
Love
and
that.
Hmm.
yeah,
I feel like Dahlia's like flower is like in full bloom now. Like she's a happy gal.
yeah,
Viola has creative prodigy as a feat, so I'm assuming she's probably done this before, so she's just making it a whole performance.
nice.
Like, going to the crowd, and did she probably, you haven't seen that side of her before, but that's what she's doing.
Hmm.
Love
And
that.
probably pointing at Dahlia, like, follow her, see her, how great she is.
Oh, Viola's so good. Viola's so good at everything she does. It's great.
Yeah, I think Taiya's just kind of watching a moment he's not really seen out of the two of them, and yeah, lightly smiling next to Lazara and just, yeah, just quietly enjoying seeing a different side of the two of them.
Yeah. The like I said, this has become sort of an event. Um, for those of you who are born into the hummingbird tribe, their whole thing is being the enemy of despair, and in the gloom of the heavy rain, uh, and the heat, this is not just them joining in to sing. This is a religious experience.
Aw.
So, the hummingbird um tribe is performing, like, this is turned into like a ritual performance for them. You've got um the members of the tribe of stone have kind of formed up around
I
everyone.
just need to know very quickly before you continue. Did I just turn into a god? Like when we say a religious experience, like you know, or did I just like
Love,
initiate
you were
everybody
already a
going?
goddess. What do you mean?
Hey,
It's
if you wanted Viola to talk you up like that, she would have.
you initiated a ritual,
Fair
is
enough.
what you did, what you've done. um and members of the tribe of stone have sort of like formed up around everybody, and it looks like they're kind of guarding the place, making sure everything goes well and what's being done isn't disrupted. You've got members of the serpent tribe who are present. Some are ignoring you completely, but some are engaging in the ritual.
Salty
You
man.
Yeah. Um,
Because we bodied they
is it?
mans a couple of days ago. Get fucked on, assholes. Anyway, I mean, what? I'm sorry.
um, but this is turned into a thing. And as you go on, Lazara finishes the painting. Um, and she says, "I wonder where I should display this."
Um, I don't know if this is customary, but can I buy the painting from you?
Buy it.
Yeah, I wish to own this painting because it's a beautiful memory of me and my friends.
Hmm.
Lazara pauses and she says, "I will hold on to it, but I do not think you are ready for that responsibility."
Okay. But someday I want this painting to be mine, so I'm gonna come find you when I'm ready.
Well, in that case, we'll just have to make more memories then, yeah?
Indeed.
That works.
For the time being, I shall ensure this stays somewhere where you can find it, and when you are ready, you can we can arrange your stewardship stewardship of it.
Perfect.
Um, and she takes it off the canvas and bows to you, and then she heads into the temple.
Okay. I think Dahlia will let her leave. I think she's gonna grab Taiya and Viola's hands, and she wants to take them somewhere else. She's just gonna drag them. She just wants to go elsewhere. She wants to go find a quiet place where the three of them can chill away from this festival that she accidentally started.
Sounds like we ain't got a choice.
um, well, the closest like indoor and probably quiet place is the temple.
Okay.
Um, uh, you probably could not get back into the palace.
That's fine.
Uh, uh, and then there are just a couple of their residences that are like kind of carved into the mountains and the hills. So,
Hmm.
and
Okay.
there's always a tavern. So, but
Yeah. Um. Hmm.
that may not
Well,
be quiet.
that may not be quiet. I guess like, is there would we be like staying at like the temple for the time being since we can't travel today, or would we be staying at like one of the residences? Like, how would we have determined lodgings?
Well, normally under normal circumstances, you would generally stay with somebody of your tribe or your family, or like a tavern. But you guys didn't come here under normal circumstances. You guys were brought here under armed guard, if you recall correctly. Yeah, so lodgings weren't exactly arranged for you.
We can pay for a two-bedroom situation for the two of you, and I can make a hammock in the ceiling out of webs or something. It's fine.
Um, you all are still children, so people of your tribe are obligated to take care of you. Um,
I don't want to be taken care of. I would rather
What
us
if
stay on our own.
we went to the tavern or the temple and we said, "Hi, we are Hummingbird Tribe. Please take care of us in the form of providing us lodgings. We'll deal with the rest of it from there."
you said the tavern
To
or the
somewhere.
temple?
Or the temple, either or. Like, I'm trying to think of like who would take us in, but like more formal lodgings than like imposing on someone's home.
Which one do you want? Because I'll give you the answer based on where you're going.
Okay. Somebody. Okay, I'm gonna roll for it. I'm gonna roll for it.
Okay.
Above three is the temple. Below three, well, three and below is the tavern. I can't figure out how numbers work. You know what I mean? Highs are tavern, lows is temple. That's what I'm trying to say. That is a four. So we are going tavern.
All right. So um so the Stone Boar is the name of the tavern. Um that you guys find nearby. It is bustling. It is the exact opposite of what you wanted. It is not quiet. It's attracted people from not just the Stormlands, but people from outside of the Stormlands along the main road. So it's kind of packed. You see foreign nobles in here. Kind of like in, how, people have those like safari hats and they look like they're dressed for like some kind of expedition, but also it is completely impractical for how the situation actually is.
Yes, yes, I
Yeah,
have absolutely. Yep.
yeah. You see a lot of that. Um, this tavern is it's big for a tavern. I imagine you guys haven't seen a lot of taverns in your times, but this is like huge. It's there to house a lot of people. It has multiple wings. Some of it's high end stuff to hold foreign dignitaries. Some of it's just there for people to sleep in the night. There are a lot of people just sleeping on the main floor of the tavern by one of the multiple fireplaces. Um, and there there are private rooms. The bartender's a halfling, and he is just kind of steadily bouncing around and getting drinks. The staff are all, they don't look too fancily dressed up. They all look like uh they don't look like they're dressed like they're rich. Um, they're just kind of like younger people or elderly people, people who just look like they're trying to make a buck.
Okay. Okay. Uh, so if I approach the tavern, I'm sorry if you said this and I missed this. If I approach the person like who handles all of the tavern business stuff and I asked for 2 rooms, is that something that they would be willing to accommodate, or do I get laughed at?
Ask.
Okay. I will do that then. I will march on up and I will say, excuse me.
Hey. Oh, hi. How are you? What can I do for you?
How are you?
Oh, I'm great. I'm great. Busy. Wait your turn. All right. Now, what was that?
Well,
Yeah.
you see, I and some of my compatriots, we are a war band, and unfortunately, when we arrived in town, we didn't really have any lodging, so we're looking for 2 rooms. We're trying to wait out the storm.
Hmm.
I think just
Well,
one is fine, by the way. We shouldn't need two.
Or one.
do I have a room available? Let's see. He turns around and starts going through like there's the big like box with like keys and whatnot in it. And he goes looking through. And he says, I have a room. It's not the best, but if you're just looking for shelter for the rain, um, it's fine. You could also just stay on the tavern floor, it's cheaper than buying a room.
The tavern floor, like here, where everybody's talking.
Yeah.
It's kind of noisy, don't you think?
I think we'll take the
Okay, see.
privacy.
So you need privacy. Gotcha. Yeah, that's fine. Um, you said you guys are a war band, huh? What are you going to war about?
I'm sorry?
Oh, you're a war band dedicated to what?
I hope you can
Ha-
forgive how this sounds, but I'm not entirely sure why that's your business.
Hey, that's fair. Just trying to make conversation. Um,
let's just say complicated warband stuff. Like I wouldn't want to say something dramatic like saving the entirety of the Stormlands and alarm you because that would be outrageous.
It's that.
So
We're
let's
doing that.
just. I was
ah,
trying not to actually tell him that, but okay.
I didn't know we were due for another one of those. Look, let me tell you. Let me tell
I
you.
love.
There's, I haven't been around long, but they say that the Stormlands is always on the precipice of of disaster, and if it wasn't for the Stormlands, the whole world would have been destroyed a long time ago. Stormlanders are made of tougher stuff than everyone. That's why I left the Golden Valley to come live here.
Wait, the Golden Valley? Where's that?
Oh, it's just east of the jungle. It's the single land path into the jungle, actually.
I feel like, is this the first time that we've ever heard of like anything outside of the Stormlands, like the Golden Valley and stuff?
It could be.
I feel like for Dahlia, it definitely is. Like
Mhm,
Dahlia did not pay attention that
mhm.
much in growing up, so I feel like she's just like, well, I've never heard of that. I didn't even know there was stuff outside of the Stormlands.
Oh yeah, the
Let's.
the world's a big place. Haven't seen a lot of it, just the valley and the Stormlands. But anybody who passes through the valley, they like to come and talk, and they like to come here and talk and get into what there's going on in the crazy politics of that kingdom over there. I don't even remember what it's called. We're technically a part of it. Technically, you
Part of the
are
king.
you are a part of it. Says some noble from across the room, and you would be wise to remember your place. Uh, and just like every Stormlander in there just bursts out laughing. Um,
Are we
uh,
are we are we out of character? Are we like the rowdy ass like forest that like does not bow to whatever this nobility situation is? Are we just like the rebels of this kingdom?
would you like me to tell you the story?
I would love to know this story. I am dying to know, and I think I know how Dahlia will negotiate for lodgings at this point.
So, during the catastrophe I mentioned earlier, when the Orchid tribe lost their home, the Stormlanders, for one of the first times ever, just did not have a response to it. The elemental planes were coalescing all over the forest. Things were flooding. Things were burning down. Things were just getting turned into rock, and like things were being torn up by like tornadoes and covered in shadows. The shadow that lies bled into the Stormlands, and force the and force the Jaguar and force Jaguar, or who then was Panther, to form a bond with the shadow that lies in order to keep it from
Ah,
spreading further in. Um
ah, interesting.
During this time, uh the tribe of Stone um kind of came into their own because they were refugees from this kingdom outside of the Stormlands. They had been politically exiled to the Stormlands, and instead of under the guise of they were supposed to conquer it, but instead they became a tribe. Um, when they needed help dealing with the catastrophe, they said, "Well, we're theoretically still part of this kingdom, right?" So they got all of their old papers, all of their old paperwork, and their lineages, and they went out of the Stormlands to say, "Hey, because we are descended from this noble house, you have to help us. Uh, that is by honor. That is the requirement." And the king was like, "That's true, but you don't pay taxes. You haven't sworn fealty. We don't have a standing army. If we're going to help you resolve this, you have to do all of those things." So, as a result, the Stormlands, through the Tribe of Stone, does all of those things. But it's very loosely enforced
Got it.
because it you can say, "Hey, we're lording over you all you want," but they have to march an army through a narrow valley into a jungle, um, that opens up with like a swamp, and then is jungle, and then like mountain fortress. So
Yeah,
it's
good luck to them.
yeah, it's one of those things where they can try to enforce their rules and their laws, but it would be bad for mostly them, but it would be bad for everybody involved. The current king is pretty much content with having his loyal forces, like having a token force in the Stormlands, in Stonehelm. Um and they see the tribe of stone as the quote unquote rulers of the Stormlands, but the tribe of stone and the rest of the Stormlanders don't actually operate that way.
Interesting. Interesting. Okay.
Yes.
So I think Dahlia kind of like wants to learn more about all of this stuff, and like we don't need to roleplay this part out because like you've just given me everything that I was curious to know. But I feel like Dahlia will, after the laughter, like turn back to the gentleman, and she will say, "How about I make you a deal? You give us that room, and I'll be your bus girl. I'll clean up around here." Because I'd like to talk to some of these folks. Like, this is the first time I've really like had an opportunity to like meet people from out of town. And that way, we get a room, you get some hired help. We kind of pay for the room ourselves. Great deal?
Love the way you think. Let's do it.
Awesome. I will take the key, please.
You will.
Awesome.
We can deal with it later if you want to. Should probably. Okay.
Cool. And with that, she will take the key and drag her friends into the room, and we'll probably need to start doing all of the best girl things soonish. But for now, we can do some more downtime RP. And I believe we wanted to cut to a break first.
Yes.
Yeah.
That would not be a bad idea.
Like, now is a good moment for that.
All right, let me do the thing. Friends,
thanks for watching, everyone.
Yeah, we'll be right back after a brief pause and intermission. You guys should take the time to rehydrate, refuel, or otherwise take care of your needs. We love you all very much, and I'm so glad you're all here hanging out with us. See you in a bit. Bye.
Yes. Heidi ho.
Oh, right, I'm doing the thing. What's going on, folks? It's your boy Penny for a Tail Mitch right back here again. Welcoming you guys back to End of the Stormlands. Yeah, callback joke. You like that. All serious, no, it's me, Foxy, here with the rest of the End of the Stormlands gang. After a brief intermission, we're ready to get back to a downtime session filled with rainy days and interpersonal conversations. I'm going to pass things back over to our incomparable GM who can set the scene for us and let us get back into the story. So please, take it away, Charles.
Well, hello. So, Dahlia, has the key to your tavern room.
Okay.
It's quite a ways, down, into a long cavern. There are plenty other small identical rooms just like it, carved directly into the stone walls of the mountain. So it takes a few minutes to get there, but once you do it, you see a simple room. Unfortunately, there's no uh windows or light leading to the outside, but there are kind of little holes, vents in the ceiling to allow some air in. And there's a
Displeased about the lack of windows.
Oh,
Okay, it's okay.
Taiya is excited about it. Warm, dank, and dark. Ah, perfection. It's everything I want in a home.
Oh God. Sorry. Please continue.
There are a few amenities. There's a desk. There's a single bed, a chamber pot, um, and a bucket that is beneath what looks to be a well, so you can get water directly into your room. Um, but aside from that, there's not much. Just yeah,
Well,
it's a room. It's small.
Hey, functional
Uh,
room's functional room.
it'll be
Uh,
we
I-
didn't
yeah.
see anyways.
I think Taya immediately locks eyes with the one bed and just looks at the two of them and just, I hope you two don't mind shacking.
Well, where are you gonna sleep then?
He'll just point up at the ceiling.
Oh, right.
I don't mind.
I don't mind.
Then if you don't mind me, and he'll once again shift back into spider form, and it's just be better, okay? Be better. be better is what I need from you. More importantly, yeah, he'll shift back into spider form and shamble up onto up the side of the walls and ceiling and begin weaving a sort of like half dome hanging sort of like hammock structure for himself, which he'll immediately start like unloading his gear into a corner of and wrapping up so it's secure as he's used to doing. And yeah, he'll just immediately flop down into that and lean against this like the kind of rolled up bundle of his stuff and get comfortable. He's not asleep. He's just relaxing, or the closest thing Taya gets to relaxing.
Can I like reach up and like poke him and be like, "Can I come up there?"
Can you get up here?
I don't know. Give me a boost.
He'll reach down, hanging his ankles on the hammock, and just come now.
Wait, am I supposed to grab your ankles?
My hands.
Oh, right. Okay.
And then he'll help her up and just welcome to my humble abode.
This is actually very comfy. I kind of like it. And she like wiggles her butt a little bit and kind of like settles in. It's a good view from up here too.
Here. By myself down here.
I could make a second one if you'd like.
So you're just gonna leave me out, okay?
No, that's not what I'm doing. And Dahlia will like hop off and like drop back down so that Viola can have a turn up.
And Taya will, I guess, also lean down and help Viola up to allow her a turn on the hammock ride, I guess. I hope you also enjoy the view.
I do. It would really. Can you make it a little bigger so all of us can fit up here?
Now I'm taking requests, he says, moving already back into spider form and shambling around the bottom of the hammock to begin adding more webbing to it.
Thank you.
Leaning up and speaking kind of, again, like psychically to the two of you, just, this stuff isn't free, you know.
It's not.
You don't want to know the biological processes that create my webbing.
You know what? I don't. Let's not. Let's just keep it moving.
And after expending enough to create a bigger hammock for all three of them, he'll like actually like even create like a small kind of like hanging rope so Dahlia can just climb back up rather than having to be helped up again, and just turn back into his human form and plop down. Now kind of like meditation like Siza style in the middle of it. Just well, here we all are.
Mm-hmm.
And there went my peace and quiet.
I owe you one, Taiya.
You owe me nothing. We're a warband. So.
Besides, this is fun. I love, out of character, I love the idea that, like, they're just gonna end up, like, falling asleep here. Like,
Probably.
the bed just gets ignored.
Probably. Oh, that seems reasonable.
See, that seems like their style.
Yeah. It'll just... I sleep like this often in the wild. It's comfortable and safer than sleeping on the ground.
Very smart, actually.
I try.
It's a good ability that you have.
We all have our talents, yes? Some more well hidden than others, he says, kind of like gesturing vaguely at Viola's wings.
They don't do anything. I wish they did.
That doesn't make them not cool, though.
He actually, Taiya gets a really like, that look he gets when he's suddenly like planning very intently or focused, and just, on the contrary, they're a perfect contrast to your usual getup. The plumage is a great distraction. Consider it this way, and he actually like flicks a hand to draw like a throwing knife from his sleeve, and just a lateral thrust, considering the wing moving perpendicularly. Thus, your blow is hidden, your opponent distracted, and your strike, and he like flicks it like towards her, but like holds it like right in front of her face. Perfect. It's a great assassin's tool if you think about it.
I like how you think, Taiya.
Yeah, you know what? Screw it. In the rarest tie gesture ever, he will spin the throwing knife and like to its back end and place it in her hand.
Thank you.
Use it well.
She's gonna try to tuck it away to hide it.
Hi, Charles. We love you.
Love you, Charles Jr. Since we have a Charles. We also love you, to be very clear.
You're great too. Mwah.
We love I feel like Dahlia like kind of like is just like chilling out, like watching this all go down, and she kind of just like gets all cozy, and she's like, so what are our thoughts about tribes? Viola, which tribe did you say you want to go with?
I didn't. I've always been a hummingbird. Couldn't really think about joining another one at all until you.
You can stay a hummingbird. There's nothing wrong with that. You're very good at what you do.
Certainly.
Yeah, I was brought up to do this. But you two, what are you two doing?
My choice has less to do with personal desire and more to do with, well, wanting to change things around here. I will go with the Serpent Tribe, with the goal of someday leading them. I'll make them better somehow.
Oh, that's why you picked Serpent. I thought you were gonna go for Jaguar for sure.
Much like Viola with Hummingbird, I was raised amongst the Jaguar. The craft of stealth, espionage, and assassination are things I understand intrinsically. But if our friend outside has anything to show, one does not simply have to go with what they are chosen for at birth. One's choices choose who they are.
So we're going Serpent Tribe, huh?
Such is the plan. My craft has always been death. Mayhap change will come this time in a different way.
I mean, I hope so. I'm not much of a killer, and like I said, where you go, I go.
I'm going to say a hummingbird,
You should.
and I can create change with from wherever I am. I don't need a tribe to change things.
Hmm. You are an
But
instrument
as
of change all your own.
I am, and as a hummingbird, I can be more set for traveling because I can't change. I don't think I could change things by staying in the same place.
Wherever the road takes you, it will see you somewhere great.
It's also why I need a wagon.
We'll work on getting you one of those when we can. I think Taiya looks over to Dahlia and like tries to speak for a couple seconds and then kind of just. I would question you about your choice later, though.
Okay.
Hmm. For now, I really only have, I suppose, a single question. Do we feel like we are prepared to bring this adventure to its close?
I will answer that with another question, Taya. Do we have any choice?
Tis a fair point, Viola.
We're undergoing the rite of ascension. It's kind of a big deal. We kind of. Destiny is an annoying thing, but we've kind of been chosen for this whole crazy journey. Kind of just is.
Hmm.
Yeah, something I've learned is that you can't delay fate. It's going to happen.
Good point.
Mother oft told me to make yourself the enemy of fate. Never quite knew what that meant. Still aren't sure that I do.
Fate doesn't have enemies.
Yeah, that doesn't make sense.
I mean, you could try to make yourself the enemy of fate, but that's just going to make your fate worse.
Mayhap. I suppose not everyone will see the world as she does. I, for one, am rather glad that I don't.
Me too.
Well,
Yeah, I don't think I'd be traveling with you if you saw the world as she is.
well, it's thanks to traveling with people like the two of you that I don't. And I thank you both for that.
You're welcome. You know, this hammock is really comfortable. You should sell these.
Taiya is trying to find a reason to object, but actually can't find one because it's just a damn smart business idea, honestly.
Dahlia's is like clapping happily, like, yes, yes, this is very good.
Talking about it, but I'm just letting you know you could probably pay your way places with that.
You got such
Hmm.
good business smarts, Viola. Always so clever.
I suppose
Well,
then. No, go ahead, please.
that's it. Well, I learn by watching. Stay quiet and watch, and you can learn a lot. I think Taya knows that. Taya seems to observe a lot.
Such is the trick of my trade. Hmm.
Well, I did agree to bust some tables in exchange for this room, so I unfortunately need to leave for a little bit, but I'll be back.
That's fine. I would have worked with Viola.
Okay. Y'all have fun. And she like, just like slides down the rope and like scuttles away, just like happily like skips away.
Hmm.
She will go outside to go learn from other people as she busses the tables. But the more important thing is what's happening in the room, not where she goes.
So, it sounds as if you're a pretty big proponent of fate.
Yeah,
What makes you so?
I've just noticed that if things are going to happen, they happen no matter what you do to stop them.
Hmm.
It's it's easier to just try to work with it than against
It's an interesting way to view the universe. I've always seen it a bit differently, I suppose.
it. Aren't things harder when you work against the way things are going?
I suppose I never thought about whether or not things had to go away. It's always been pragmatism for me. Just things happen.
You don't ever step back and kind of see patterns or anything.
I've never thought of them as patterns. Hmm. I
When
would
I
ask.
was
Sorry, go ahead.
when I was really young, I would have to. One of my assignments was just to watch everyone, and I could see people go into different groups. I could see people do the same things. I could see how certain. If you watch it enough times, you just see just how just where things will probably end up, and it's hard to get people when people are set on doing a path. It's hard to get them away from it. So you have to kind of work with them and show them a different way.
My mother would have me do similar exercises, though she would make me focus on finding the ways to kill the people I was watching. I suppose that's why I've never thought about them in patterns. I always thought if I kept myself zoned in on the moment, focused on the now, it makes the kills easier. You think about the consequences less.
I guess that would make it easier. I just, but also it's easier to blend in if you can blend in with the crowd.
I don't disagree with you.
I think our mothers would have gotten along. Kind of scary.
It's funny how two kinds of upbringing can create two very different people.
Yeah. Yeah. When I learned, because I was raised to do assassinations too, it's just so blending in
Hmm.
and then getting away with it and getting out without being seen or without being noticed.
Cleaning from me or killing from me is always a matter of efficiency. If a target is to be removed, it should be done so as quickly, as quietly, or in some cases as brutally as possible.
We should strategize at some point.
Trade notes, perhaps.
I think I think we are definitely a good choice to be in a war band.
Hmm. A more personal question, then. Have you ever felt for someone?
No,
Hmm. Neither have I. Before, at least.
no, just I think I worry that I'll have to target them one day or have to leave because in my tribe we kind of stay nomadic and don't really make connections.
And what does fate tell you to do with that fear?
To stick with this group and see what happens.
See what happens. Yes. Yes, I do believe that's what I'll do. Thank you.
Thank you. I think I'm going to go see if I can get someone to buy me a drink.
I wish you all the luck with your next target.
No, I don't need luck. The target one who needs the luck.
Buy your leave then.
She's just gonna slip down the rope and head on out to get it.
Yeah, I think Taiya just spent some time remaining in the hammock by himself, kind of just leaning back and maybe even settling in for a small nap, letting himself think about the people he's encountered on this journey, even if only briefly, and the ways in which they have changed him and made him think much different things about himself and the world around him. Yeah, that's all I need there, honestly.
I'm gonna say that eventually Dahlia comes back into the room. I think she definitely saw Viola out there and was just like, "You go, girl!" Like, absolutely. Hey, girl. Hey, you know. Sorry.
Mm.
I'm so
Wow.
sorry. So sorry. Um, it was too good to pass up. I'm very sorry. But she eventually, woo, Cats RPG, they're our friends.
Hey, TP homies, what's up?
Thank you for the raid.
Great to see you all.
Yeah, I think when she comes back in, she'll kind of come back in quietly. I think she's assuming that Ty's probably tucked himself in for a nap. So she kind of like makes her way in, kind of like flops on the bed for a second to catch her breath. Waits to see if she hears anything from the spider on the ceiling.
He won't see any movement, but you will hear a. I take it that was tiring.
I mean, I was busting tables, so it was busy. Honestly, that wasn't the tiring part. It was more like, okay, so I met a bunch of foreign nobles, and like, they really like look down on the Stormlands. Like, we're just seen as savages. Or they're here to take advantage of the resources that we have here in the jungle. Or, you know, collaborate with House Velt, which is, out of character, the name of the noble house that became the Tribe of Stone. And none of them realize that, like, the entire jungle is in danger. Like, I tried to tell them that I'm going through the rite of ascension, like, they're, I don't know.
Taiya actually, just, like... Sorry, go ahead, please.
I was just gonna say, it was just, like... It was just kind of tiring to realize that there's this whole big world out there. And, like... They're so selfish. They don't care about us.
Taiya leans over one side of the hammock so his head, human form, is now visible. Just... And what do you feel you wish to do about that?
Taiya will, like, sit up and she'll be like... I don't know. Honestly. I didn't really realize that there was a whole world out there that thought differently about the jungle than I do. I love this place. The fact that people don't seem to care kind of... I don't know. Maybe somewhere along the way I could figure out a way to make them care and respect us. Mind if I come up?
Please.
And she will get off the bed and she'll climb back up and plop next to him. But it was fun. I will say that. I did enjoy busting tables. It was not bad at all.
This outlook the world has on this place, you wish to change it?
Mm-hmm.
And you would fight for that?
I would.
I said earlier, I would ask a question of you.
Mm-hmm.
Through all of this, taking on the shadow, accepting this cause, challenging the snake tribe or the serpent tribe, and even now in your choice in tribe, it appears as if any choice I make, you follow in my stride. Why is that?
She like leans back and thinks for a bit. She says, well, I guess because I feel very strongly that no one person has to take on the world alone. And with the shadow that lies... Okay, well, admittedly, that one was a little bit impulsive because you were the only one who could do the language talking and you were being a grumpy bitch about it. So, you know, you kind of forced my hand a little bit with that one, I have to say. But, like, I don't know, ever since then, like, you don't have to go through things alone. If we both have the power of the shadow that lies, then we can use that together as a force for good. And, well, you're doing incredible things. If you're gonna take down the Serpent Tribe and change it, then I want to be sure that, like, I can support you.
I see. That's novel. You will change this place, Dahlia. You'll make it better. You will.
I mean, so will you.
We'll do it. Together, right?
Exactly. I'm glad you understand that.
It's taken me a bit to think about it. I didn't think I understood you for a while.
I don't think I understood you for a while either.
And yet, I still find you in my shadow every step I take.
I don't know. What can I say? Spiders and plants go together?
I don't like you in my shadow. He says, kind of leaning up and like moving more in her direction. I think if given the choice, I'd prefer you more at my side.
Mean it?
I'm still figuring it out. But that, yeah, I mean it.
I'd like that.
And, I mean, if you consent to it, both character and player-wise, I think he tries to kiss her here.
Oh, yes. Character and player-wise, I will absolutely consent to letting Taiya kiss her.
It's definitely awkward. It's very much like high school crush kiss, like first time, like...
I think they're both very awkward about it.
Absolutely.
Where it's like they both kind of figured out that it's like, okay, we're gonna smooch, and then they're like, oh,
yeah, nah, yeah, absolutely.
That's so cute.
Oh, very happy for them. Yeah, I think afterwards he, flushes a fair bit of pink and then just, I'm gonna grab some air.
Oh, okay. Hey Taiya, before you go,
Hmm?
I'm really glad we're gonna work together. I've enjoyed it so.
Meeting you has been a life-changing experience for me. And I thank you for that.
I think I can say the same.
Then here's to more changes.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, I think he'll go spider form and scurry his way rapidly out of one of the wall holes.
Spider scuttle away!
Awkward spider scuttle away!
They're such awkward children.
Listen,
it's so cute.
who here has not gotten their first kiss and wanted to awkwardly scuttle like an 8-legged creature up the wall and out of the window?
Biggest fucking
Who here can't relate to that, okay?
Aww. Aww.
Well, I think Taiya's off and doing his own thing for a bit. I kind of want to see the ladies have a bit of an interaction. No, that'd be really fun. I'd want to see how that plays out if we have... I feel like we could squeeze one more scene in before we're out of here for the day, yeah?
That sounds good to me.
Let's do it.
Do you, Janie? Well, you look like you've got an idea. You go for it.
Now, I think Viola's just going to run into the room very quickly and close the door behind her.
What?
You can, she just kind of catches her breath and you see a pouch in her hand, coin pouch.
What's that?
Coins?
Did you just steal someone's money? And she like bursts into laughter as she says the words.
Well, okay, I wasn't intending on doing this, but he was really, really rude.
Yeah, was he one of those like foreign nobles? Like they've been such
Yeah,
dicks all day.
yeah, he was being really condescending, and I just it got on my nerves. So I kind of got him to buy me a drink, and I pretended I was going to go to his room, and I took the money and ran. I
And
didn't.
go ahead.
I didn't hurt him.
Hey, I mean, you don't have to hurt him. And Dahlia is just like laughing so hard, I feel like she falls out of the hammock. Like she's so amused by this entire situation.
So, yeah, I
Yeah.
mean, I have tried, but I didn't use it. I could have because he was a real jerk.
Well, it's probably better that you didn't because we don't want to get kicked out of the tavern. So good thinking.
Yeah, forgot about that part.
Yeah,
It just really made me upset.
I don't blame you. They're kind of assholes around here. Kind of sad.
Yeah, they really need better things to do. But yeah, she's got this coin pouch that she took from a noble.
um, I feel like Dahlia is just like, Taiya went outside for a bit.
Okay, is everything okay?
Everything's fine. You know that awkward moment where you're just like, I don't know. I think I have a boyfriend now, but I don't know how to tell a single soul. Like,
It's
well,
fine.
out of character. Like that's the
Yeah,
moment that Tommy is
but
having of like, I think I have a boyfriend now, and I don't know how to say a single part of this. Just like, yeah, everything's fine, but it's like 3 octaves too high.
yeah, it seems fine. Do you want to talk for a minute?
Yep.
I just like spoke about what. Why don't you tell me what's going on?
Like the green skin is looking a little pink, like it's kind of like drifting up into the petals, like her whole face is looking a little blushy, like she's just like, what are your thoughts on Taiya?
He seems very nice.
Yeah, he's he's come a long way, huh?
What are your thoughts on Taya?
I don't know.
Well, you seem to be really close.
I don't know how that happened. I don't know.
You spend a lot of time together. You talk to each other a lot.
I mean, I kind of had to. Like, he was when we met, he was being a dumbass, and like he wouldn't want to talk to the people. So then I made him give me his curse, and so we both share the thing. So like, I had questions about that, and I had to make sure that he wasn't gonna like screw things up. So like, I had to talk to him a lot, you know. And like, I don't know, but he's like, "You're always in my shadow, and now I want you by my side." I'm like, what is happening?
Sounds like a nice thing. So, are you going to be by his side?
Yeah.
That's great. And she like screams and does the whole, the girl thing that.
Oh my god.
So fucking cute.
That's
Ah,
so cute. Oh my god.
too cute.
Yeah. She does the whole girl thing of like, he kissed me. That
He did.
happened. He did.
And there's another squeal and up and down happily.
Yeah, that happened. Yeah. I
So
guess.
for you,
Thank you. I don't know what just happened, but it was a good talk. It was a good talk. It's very confused. I'm very confused, but it's not in a bad way. Like a good confused.
no, this is great. This is great.
um,
Perfect.
have you ever fallen in love with anyone?
No.
I did not mean to commit a murder.
Oh, okay. Wow. Wow. All right. No, continue. You're good. Go ahead. Have fun.
What a
In my
question.
defense, Dolly is
What a question. I agree.
listen. She's got that childlike curiosity, and it's that childlike logic of does A plus B equal C? Like, it's just that like she's still making sense of the world. These are youngins. The rite of ascensioning. She's ascensioning.
No, but I've seen plenty of people who have.
What does it look like?
You spend time together. You look at each other a lot. Lots of looking at each other, especially when you're not looking at it. You'll look at him. He'll look at you.
Hope
She
you're not.
won't say, yeah. And she'll just do that kind of, she'll demonstrate a longing look.
Looking but not looking. Okay, got it.
You'll spend a lot of time together, and you'll spend a lot of time pretending that you're not spending time together. Like you do already.
Oh no.
Keep doing what you're doing.
Oh no.
And you know what? You two should take the hammock. I'll sleep in the bed.
I don't think we're ready. Viola, we just kissed. Don't do that. No, I'm sleeping with you tonight. Don't do that. Don't do that. It's not fair. That's cheating.
I just want to give you two time together.
Okay, well maybe if I sneak up there for a cuddle, don't say anything.
And then when we walk, you two should walk together.
What?
And I'll hang back, and I'll keep Briar kind of back too.
You don't have to do that. Like y'all can talk to us. It's not like you.
No, we'll talk to you, but you have to have time together. You have to make it work.
Oh my god, Viola, what are you trying to do right now?
You two to be happy.
I think we'll figure that out. I feel like the sneaky Spider-Man can figure that out. It's okay.
I'm still want to make sure you two have time together. That's important. Because if you don't, then you start fighting, and that's not good.
That's very true. Oh god, I hope we don't have a fight. That would be the worst.
No, don't fight. I mean, healthy disagreements are okay, but don't fight.
I mean, we had those before. We had disagreements. Now we fixed them, right?
Right, yeah. Exactly. You can do that, but please don't fight.
Okay. Got it. It's like Viola like choking up. Oh my god. How long has Viola been waiting for this? Like Loki quietly shipping in the background.
For a while.
Oh my goodness. I adore this. This is ridiculous. And I think Dahlia is just like, hey Viola,
Yeah.
thanks for being my friend. And she'll hug you. We're having all of the wholesome today, everybody.
It's like, you should buy Taiya a gift. Here, take some of these coins.
What do I buy a spider?
No.
I don't know either. We have murdered Foxy over there.
I'm no more good. I'm not.
Cannot hear a damn thing.
Oh god.
You are so muted.
Listen, I wasn't muted. I just was so high pitched only stream could hear me. Oh god. All right, no, y'all keep going. It's fine. I'm good. I'm all right. Don't mind me.
What is a spider?
I don't know. He likes knives. He already has a ton of.
Yeah, he's got 20 knives. Spiders like flowers? Wait.
Oh, I mean, he likes you, so.
That's true. But what if I bought him more flowers? No, there's gotta be something better than that. I'll buy him food! Okay.
Well, you have to go. Are you going to get it when he's not watching?
Mhm.
Okay. Do I need to cover for you?
Sure.
Okay.
I love that these two girls are just like lauding this ridiculous operation of surprise Taiya with food.
Yeah, apparently that's a thing that's happening now. It seems to be the case. Alrighty.
Oh my goodness.
Uh-huh.
I'm a web developer. Oh my god.
That's fair.
Spider Lily.
That's fair.
Oh my goodness. I don't think we need to go through with all of those shenanigans, and I think Taiya shows back up at some point, and there's a ginormous plate of food waiting in the hammock.
Yes.
I don't even. How does he react to this? I feel like, yeah, I think he shows up and like sniffs the air for a bit, climbs in the hammock, and it's just like, did one of you leave this up here?
What are you talking about?
There's food up here.
It's for you then. That's for you to eat, right?
Which of you is responsible?
No one.
I've been here doing my hair the whole time.
He looks down and just says, "The air vibrates a certain way when you lie. You're both very bad at it."
I did do my hair.
She didn't do her hair. She wasn't lying.
And where were you?
Nowhere.
Mm-hmm. There's the lying.
I don't keep track of her. It's not my job.
That's true.
Taiya softens, picks up a handful of food, and shoves it in his face.
Much
Thank
better.
you.
You're welcome.
And yeah, I think he just kind of cross legs and like sits there quietly, just shoving handfuls of food in his mouth very contentedly.
We give you a thumbs up, Dahlia.
GM, can I ask the shadow that lies if I have a girlfriend now? That was mostly a joke, by the way. It's okay.
But I kind of look. Would love to know out of character how the shadow that lies reacts.
Okay.
Out of character. Out of
It's
character.
a joke. It's a joke.
Okay.
A sandbox experiment where it doesn't harm Taiya. What was the shadow that lies?
Let's get a quick
say?
save first, and then we'll
Yeah,
ask
hit
the
save
question, and then we'll reload.
The shadow that lies will show you a vision of a world where you and Dahlia are together forever. You grow very close as members of a war band. You join your respective tribes. You take your relationship to higher levels and like take over the and disband the old ways of the serpent tribe and create something new, to the point where serpent grows its wings back. uh it shows you all of these things and promises you that all of these things are possible and more.
Oh, I love that.
Mm-hmm.
I don't love the source it's coming from, though.
Yeah,
That's-
sounds like something that's coming from the shadow that lies, but like, shadow
So-
that lies supports the ship confirmed.
Shadow, Shadow that lies pro Talia.
Talia.
Oh man, that's
Taiya.
You need to talk to that
Taiya.
shadow. Like, make sure this happens.
you know.
Yeah, you can avoid the shadow.
Fair enough. Well, I mean, is there anything else we want to hit tonight, or do we think we are good for a wrap up at this point?
I think we're just about to hit 2 hours too.
Yeah.
I think.
I think we're solid for a
That's
wrap up at
every-
this point.
Yeah.
All right. Well, folks, thank you all for coming out to an incredible episode of Into the Stormlands. We're going to pass the old baton around and let our folks introduce themselves one last time, tell you who they are, where they can be found on the internet, and what they have coming up next. We're going to start right in the middle of your screen there with our ever incomparable GM, the Randolph Wild himself. Go ahead and say goodbye, friend.
He called me incomparable.
Mhm.
I'm Ranith Wild. You can find me on Twitch at Ranith Wild. That's WILDE, and the Ranith is like it says on the screen. Yeah, man, I stream. I'm at Charlios on Twitter. I'll see you for sure in a couple weeks, and we'll see what surprises I have in between.
We'll make it happen.
Yeah.
Swinging over to the top right of your screen. Top left is me. Over to the top right of your screen there, bringing all the wholesome energy she possibly could for the session. Please go ahead and give another round of applause from your chairs to the Leona Maple.
Thank you. Hello, my name is Leona. You can find me on Twitter at the Leona Maple. That's the best place to find me. Follow me, keep up with what on earth it is that I'm doing. Because goodness, even I don't know what it is that I'm doing some days. All of that said, this was a lot of fun. It was so nice to like have these characters finally like have a moment to just like talk and be goofs and like be silly little beans. Because they are silly little beans and it's very precious. But other than that, the most important shout out, because I'm sure that Foxy will talk about this, but I want to make sure that it does get talked about, is please join us tomorrow evening over on Neon Lights Roleplay, where we are hosting a charity stream. It is episode 3 of our Armor Aster Advent campaign, where we are in magical mechas. I am a magical girl mecha. It's pretty great. And we are continuing to raise funds for reproductive justice. And then the following episode, which I believe happens post Gen Con, we will be raising funds for the bail fund in response to the murder of Jalen Walker. So we are supporting some phenomenal charities, and we would love to have you there giving us some love. Yeah, beyond that, that's me. Bye!
Swing it to the bottom right of your screen for another wonderful member of this cast who this table would simply not be complete without. Please say goodbye to everybody at home. The incredible Janie Potts.
Hi, I am Janie Potts 7575 on Twitch and Twitter. And I will not be able to watch you tomorrow because I'll be running a game on my own channel.
That's okay. We love you anyways.
Do your thing. And like I said, you have until the end of August, Twitch. Janie needs to be affiliate by the end of August, or I'm gonna make it all of your problems. So get on that. Janie Pot 7575. Look it up. Put it in search bars. Open a new tab. Open Twitch. Search it up right there. Hit the follow button. Come on, get to it. Stop wasting my time. While we're saying that, folks, if you don't know who I am by now, I'm Young Foxy, aka Big Foxy, also known as your favorite Fox. I'm on the internet at Foxy Eternal. That's FOXXII. Eternal spelled the way it normally is spelled. The most important place you'll find me at, as mentioned, here at Neon Lights Roleplay, we have been running an incredible Armor Aster Sorry, I said here at Neon Lights Roleplay, not here, but over on Neon Lights Roleplay. We've been running an incredible Armor Aster mini campaign to raise money for some two important charities. It's called Under Twilight Skies. It's got people in giant robots feeling feelings and kicking ass and blowing up fascists. Our next session tomorrow raises money for Soft Giving, which helps raise money for reproductive rights in response to several different charities. And then, as Leona already said, we have a week off for Gen Con. And then once we come back in 2 Fridays after that, we have our last finale episode where we raise money for the Akrons, Ohio Bail Fund to raise money for those who are protesting protesting against the unfair killing of Jalen Walker here in Akron, Ohio. It's been an incredible time. You all have been awesome. This has been Weave the Tale. We're going to find someone to raid to say goodbye to you all for the evening. Thank you so much for hanging out with us and for being the incredible people you have all been. Keep being incredible. And if you haven't done something to take care of yourself tonight already, I am ordering you to do so. Get some water, get a good snack, early night's rest, whatever it is. We'll see you next time, friends.
Bye.
Bye.